Hi guys, today we're making this delicious homemade apple pie. I'm going to teach you how to make the crust, make the filling, and then put it all together. You're watching Urban Treats, my name is Roman, let's get started. Let's start by pulsing together 600 grams of flour, 100 grams of sugar, and a teaspoon of salt. We're then going to add 450 grams of ice cold butter. If your blender can't hold that much, make sure to mix it in 2 batches. We're only pulsing this together because we don't want the butter to melt. We just want it to lightly combine with the flour and the sugar mixture. We then pulse in 2 to 3 tablespoons of ice cold water. To check if the dough is ready, pick up a small piece and squeeze it together. If it holds together, you're ready for the next step. Next, we're going to very lightly knit together the dough. We don't want the butter to melt. That's the only way we can get this nice, flaky pie texture. Lightly roll out the dough and then wrap it in cellophane and put it in the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes. While our dough is cooling, we are going to prepare the filling for our pie. We're going to start by peeling and dicing 5 apples and zest a lemon. And then we're going to grind up the 3 remaining apples. Now get the juice of half a lemon and mix everything together in a bowl. We're now going to use half the dough to roll out the bottom of our pie crust. Make sure you flour your working surface and your rolling pin and slowly roll out the dough in all directions to get a nice even layer. To get the dough onto our pie dish, we're going to carefully pick it up with our rolling pin and then carefully release it just above your pie dish. Don't worry if the dough tears a little bit. You can easily fix that in the form. Now lightly settle the dough into the pie crust. Use your fingers to get it into all the corners, and then using a knife, trim the edges. We're now going to put this back into the fridge until our filling is ready and cooled. Next, we're going to make a caramel. For that, we're going to use 140 grams of sugar, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of nutmeg. Place this on a medium-high heat until your sugar starts melting. And don't use a spoon to stir your caramel as it will crystallize. We then add in 110 grams of butter, quickly stir it in, and add in our apple mixture. We're going to let this cook on a medium heat for 6 to 7 minutes. Once our apples are tender, we're going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch and mix it well together. Set the filling aside and let it cool down to room temperature. Next, we're going to use the remaining dough to make the top part of our pie crust, which is going to be a lattice. I'm preparing this on a sheet of baking paper because I want to put it back into the fridge and let it cool down before I put it on the pie. If your edges start splitting while you roll out the dough, just pinch them back together. Using a sharp knife, cut out 3 to 3.5 centimeter wide strips and put the sheet back into the fridge. Now that the filling has cooled down, we're going to evenly spread it out in the pie crust. Then we're going to lay out our first lines of the lettuce. Now flip over every second line of dough strips. Place a line across the middle and fold them back. Repeat on both sides of the dough until you're done. Cut off the excess edges and using a fork, pinch the lettuce into the pie crust. For our egg wash, we're going to combine a whole egg and 3 to 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. Carefully cover the whole pie to get a nice even color in the oven. We're going to finish up by sprinkling a bit of brown sugar on top of the pie. We're going to wrap the edges in a bit of foil so they don't burn. And we're going to bake this in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes at 180 degrees. Our homemade apple pie is now done. Let it cool down and enjoy with a bit of custard or vanilla ice cream. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out our other recipes. And for new recipes every Wednesday, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell button.